Hey, welcome to the Pitchabilities show. This is episode 21. This is the show where you develop from the ground up. Hey, welcome to the Pitchabilities show. My name's Tom Oldham. The question that I got this week was, how am I supposed to properly drive off of the mound? I'm going to talk about it, and then I'm going to show you guys on the mound exactly how you're supposed to be leaving the mound with your backside. So if you can picture basically my elbow here is my ankle, and then this is more of your knee. The thing that you want to have as you're going from hip load position to hip lead is you want to have that back knee pinching in before you're starting your drive. Biggest thing is you want to be applying force into the mound at an angle so that you can use that force in your lateral movement. So a lot of times guys will seem like they're getting into their backside or into their lower half because their knee is bending, but a lot of times if that knee bends too much and gets over your foot, you tend to roll your toe and get more quad dominant than glute dominant. So what we train our guys is to really stay connected with your back heel as you're getting and going from hip load into hip lead. So I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so first of all, just to refresh, hip load is going to be the first phase of the delivery, and it's as this knee is getting up into its highest point. Okay, so hip load is the first phase, and then hip lead is the second phase, right after we go from that hip loaded position and we start our lateral movement down the mound. So in talking about how to properly drive off of your back leg, when I say that we teach our players to stay connected with your heel, it means that most guys, as they're going from hip load position to hip lead, have a tendency to roll to their toe before they start that lateral movement. So what we teach our guys is to pinch with your back knee. So from that hip load position, the first movement should actually be this knee pinching forward so that your foot leaves the mound together with the front part of your foot and the back part of your foot. Then as you're applying force into the mound this way, it's more even, and you can use it as you're driving out towards the catcher. So when I talk about some guys have where it looks like they're getting into their lower half because they're bending this knee here, you'll want to watch to make sure that this knee isn't getting over their foot this way, because as soon as that happens, the athlete's going to start to balance himself on his toe and get more quad dominant than glute dominant as they're starting their lateral movement. So what I would suggest is that you really get comfortable going from the hip loaded position and then having the first movement be your back knee pinching towards the catcher. And once that happens, your front hip's gonna lead, your head should stay back over this back hip, and then that's the triggering point at which you can drive your power down through that back foot, through the mound, so that you can use that power as you're throwing the ball to the catcher. So that's how you should be properly driving with your backside off the mound. Hope that helps. Thanks.